Hi YouTube, Muchismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Thank you for joining me. If you like the video, subscribe and share it with other people because we really need to get this word out. It is beginning of 2024. Let's go. 2024, let's go. It is not nothing we are going to play around with. It is not nothing we're going to be stagnant in. We're not going to pump our brakes. We're not slowing down. Actually, it's full throttle. I see this stuff on a daily basis. It really bothers me more and more every day. I have a pretty healthy life, but it very, very much is heavy on my heart when I see this stuff happening. Just casually observing people in all types of foolishness with these demon possessed people. Today we're going to talk about relevance. You, the empath, chosen one, are relevant. Everything you do is relevant when it comes to the narcissist. You are the apple of their eye. You are the center of attention. You are lit. You are it and you are lit. You are lit every time you walk into a room. You shine everywhere you go. And the reason why all of these attributes are yours, because the narcissist lacks all of this. And that's a very simple way to understand them when you are not putting yourself on this pedestal. All of these things I just pointed out that we possess. These are things that the narcissist observes about you. Why? Because you're in your element. And what does that mean when you're in your element? You're in your own aura. Your aura around you is your own. You're not latching on to other people's identity because you have one of your own. Even when you're not even conscious of the fact that you are who you are. You are who you are. And unfortunately, the narcissist is, or they are who they are. And it's sad that they don't have a reflection long enough to realize that not only are they empty, they know this because that's why they need you, the empath and the chosen one. But they really, in many cases, they don't know why. They can't figure it out. And the reason why they can't figure it out, they deserted their growth spurt. They deserted their stage in their life where they were becoming teachable. And the moment in time where they were supposed to grow as a youth, not excel academically, not to do super exciting things and stand out. They did that, but they did it for all the wrong reasons. They did it for the attention, adulation, admiration, and all the other stuff that it brought to them. The dopamine hit that a narcissist gets is unlike anything you and I have when we get that dopamine hit. The dopamine hit for us when we get excited about something, a lot of times it is long lasting. It doesn't fleet. It's not fleeting. It's not just like a puff of smoke out of a cigarette. It's there 1 second and it's gone. We bask in the moment. We ride the waves of that experience. We actually recapture that experience in our thought process. And they bring fond memories, and we're happy all over again. We're joyous all over again. We're excited all over again. The narcissist is not that way. They are happy in the moment because in their little warped mind, they're happy because they got over. They're happy because they manipulated and got away with it, and the person was, it was unbeknownst to them, to the victim. They have a sly excitement when they do things to you. A disturbed excitement when they do things and get over on you. And these are the things that make you relevant because you don't see life that way. You don't use people for every opportunity to advance yourself and to diminish them as a human being. Although there are moments in time and experiences that we go through where we want to advance in life, we want to go to the next level in life. But most often we get there on our own merit. We don't get there riding the back of other people, backbiting, slandering, cutthroat, gossiping, smearing, lying, cheating. We don't get there that way. But it's innate to the nature of the narcissist because that's all they know. And if that's all you know, that's what you do. With an empath and a chosen one, we actually grow, we evolve, we progress. We progress in a diversified way, meaning in multiple ways. We may adopt some sly, slick, conniving, manipulative behavior by way of, most often, a narcissist kid in our life that influenced us with the bad behavior. Case in point, you were grown up and raised in a house with strict rules and morals. You go to school. Jake, for example, was raised in a nice home. He is not perfect. He wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He just was taught, he was taught with just general rules of go to bed at a reasonable hour so you can wake up and get to school and not be tired. But Jake goes to school and he's influenced by Johnny. And Johnny tells him, every time Jake said, hey, I got to get home because, my mom's cooking and we're going to watch a movie, we're going to have family time. Johnny does everything in his power to dissuade and persuade Jake that, he don't have to go home. Call your mom and tell him you want to hang out with me. Now what you have here, Johnny could just very well say, wow, that sounds great. You think your mom and dad will let me come over? And even in those instances, that could be a Johnny that's a narcissist that wants to come over and make that family like him over Jake, which is the biological child. That happens a lot of times too. They've made horror movies about that, and the name of this movie is called Esther. If you want to, I don't want to encourage you to watch this movie, but some of you guys have probably seen this movie where they adopt Esther, take her in, and she is straight psycho. Looks like a 12-year-old, but she's actually 30-something years old. And boy, this is a movie to watch. So anyway, instead of Jake telling Johnny, hey, you mind if I can come over? Because in a healthy way, that sounds like a beautiful undertaking. And Jake is probably not have that at home, and he would love to be a part of that. But and then he presses Johnny so much until he presses down on Johnny, and Johnny, he runs guilt trips, he runs all of this stuff because they are master manipulators, even at early ages. You watch your kids, man. When your kids go to school, you talk to them when they come home. Just have casual conversations. What happened in school? And just go in on them, grill them without them knowing that you're actually grilling them. At dinner, sitting around in the living room or the dining room, talk to your children. We're healing. We're awake. We have to awaken our children. We have to let them know what's going on. Okay, enough long-winded about that. But back to what I was talking about. You have to understand that we get there on our own merit. These people don't. They get there by backbiting and slandering other people. But this is the clincher. As far as the eye can see, people around them and even the narcissist, they blend in. We know what they look like. And you may say, well, man, I'm just going to tell these people this person is a manipulator. I won't say they're a narcissist, and they'll see what I'm saying. by way of me just describing them as a manipulator. I'm here to tell you, don't waste your time trying to convince someone else of what the narcissist is. They know you know what they are. You don't even have to tell them. The way you move once you're awakened, everywhere you go, the narcissist knows you. They can identify you. Again, why? Because you're relevant. You're relevant just by the way you move. Why are you relevant? Because you're in your own lane. You're in your own lane. You're not walking in a place looking all around. And in the way that these monsters look around, man, when they go in the store, I could be in a store and this total stranger narc comes in and talking loud. And when they talk, and they're talking to supposedly the person in front of them, where their attention should be, they're looking all around, because what they do when they are, I want to say, engaged in a conversation, that's a joke. When they're engaged in a fake conversation with the person in front of them, it's not just a conversation to the person in front of them. This conversation serves to rally in the troops, rally in all the hyenas that are broken, low self-esteem, childhood wounds, need to be needed, codependence. And I relate hyenas to the Lion King movie. And that's something you'll hear me talk about a lot. That Lion King movie. Look at Scar. Malignant narcissist, dark triad. From the beginning of the movie, when they showed the film on him, he's laying around with a frown, and a sad, disturbed, grouchy look on his face. We all know some family members in our family that are like that. Never happy, never smile, never see teeth. They almost talk with their mouth closed like this. Never see teeth. Never. How dark. So, relevant. You are relevant. You are relevant. You don't have to think about this. This is a subconscious thing that you possess, whether you believe it or not. It is around you, it's in you, and these monsters and these dark entities, they sense it, see it, observe it, and that is what they're after, your relevance, because they see how you move and how you attract people in your circle, and you're not even doing a lot. You're not even doing a lot. And for the life of them, they're wondering like, I did what they did. I'm copying that empath. And I'm not rallying in the troops like they are. So what they'll do, if you an empath and chosen one, you are talking to someone, they'll come in and they will weasel their way into a conversation. Total stranger will weasel their self into your conversation. So if you're talking about boats to a person that you're acquainted with, or you're talking to, say, someone in a store or in an atmosphere out there somewhere in the world, that narcissist will lurk around that conversation. In little or no time, you will hear someone come in out of left field like, yeah, I got a boat, or I got a yacht, I got a 50-footer. Who asked you? Where'd you come from, man? They have no etiquette whatsoever. You remember when you were a child and you were told, when grown folks are talking, say, excuse me. You have to understand a narcissist is a child in an adult body. They never formed or attached or adopted that boundary. Or when someone is talking, wait your turn, or say, excuse me. They don't have any boundaries, man. That's one thing they don't fake. They can't fake boundaries. You'll never hear a conversation if you're talking about your moral conduct, this and that, and the boundaries you set for yourself. This is a great detector, because whatever you say that is modest, moral, ethical, noteworthy, anything has character, not bragging, but just kind of like emanating or emitting this type of conversation to them, they will turn around and they'll give backhanded insults and poke holes in everything you say with something such as, I don't do that. Again, who asked you what you don't do? But you don't readily observe that this is what they're doing. But as we're awakening and we're educating ourselves on what these people do, it is sad that we as the empath and the chosen one, we will have to, for the life of our existence, have to not study these people, but we will have to educate ourselves by way of what is out here in this atmosphere. And it's sad, but it's not, because if you don't believe in Bible, which I do, the Bible says it best. It says, lean not on your own understanding, but in all things acknowledge me and I'll direct your path. Why did he say that? Because if we try to direct our own paths based on the fact that we got involved with a narcissist and we are educating ourselves here in the practical sense, and we say, well, I'm educating myself, I know what to do. Go a step further, man. Ask God to protect you and guide you through this treacherous world we're living in. That doesn't hurt. This is not for form or fashion. Ask God to just direct you and keep you safe. Keep you safe. Help you to see the things that sometimes you don't see. I ask him all the time. I don't ask him to help me be super vigilant when I go places, looking around and detecting these people as they pop out of nowhere. That's automatic, because God rewards and awards you and affords you the gift of the Holy Ghost and the Spirit of God to lead you into all things that are righteous and all things that are good. He'll show you and direct your paths. And once he does direct your path, you'll come across a couple of these chicks I've come across, and your eyes will begin to get bigger than your stomach, and right away you'll know, man, this looks too familiar. I've been down this rabbit hole before. And you'll end up having to talk yourself out of that situation, because they are so easy right now. There are men and women both alike are easy prey, and there are women and men out here that are easy to get with than ever before. But know your relevancy and know your worth, and truly understand that you are relevant all by yourself. We're looking at other people saying, oh man, they are that. But study the things that you know are beneficial for you going forward. Your standards, your boundaries, your ethics, your morals, and you measure the person that you actually think is relevant. You measure their relevance by your relevance. Just by the things that I just pointed out. You have these things. You have to look inside of yourself and say, man, I'm good all by myself. I'm good all by myself. Now I'm able to recognize if this person is good all by their self, or are they are in need of my existence to exist. And if they're not all good by their self, most often they are looking to attach their relevance or their lack of relevance to you. And so that is all I have for this video. I want you guys to just be safe going into the week, and do your best just to kind of keep talking about this thing. If you can't talk to anyone about this that understand this, throw your comments in here. I read the comments. I like the comments. Some of the comments are very, very encouraging to me, and they're all are important. I mean, there's no bad comments. Even some of the constructive criticism that I've gotten from people, One thing in particular that I've gotten a comment about a lot is the volume. And I pointed out at one point that I'm going to do some changes here eventually. So bear with me. I mean, the volume, sometimes I talk a little bit softer. And just tonight I made it, I made it my business to just speak a little more louder. I hear my Galaxy earbuds. And now I was thinking they act as a microphone. So if you guys don't hear me in any videos, feel free to just make a comment and let me know if there's anything that you hear or don't hear that I can improve on, and I'll do that. I'll do that for you. But I appreciate all the support, man. Like, subscribe, and share the video. Meantime, bless.